Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Arkham Horror, the card game, on Tabletop Simulator. We are proceeding through the first campaign of the entire game, Night of the Zealot. We very handily finished up the first scenario, The Gathering, basically doing a perfect run of it. But even with a perfect run, we still ended up with a mental trauma. So for this second scenario, we're going to be starting with one horror on our character's sheet. Roland Banks, the Fed. But that's alright, we can live with that. We got 6 XP that we spent to upgrade a bunch of cards. Our house was burned down by this crazy woman. There's ghouls everywhere, and it's trouble. It's troublesome. So, yeah, we're going to be proceeding right along into the Midnight Masks. Alright, intro 2. In the wake of the disaster at your home, Lita Chandler, the red-haired woman from your parlor, lays out a tale that, even in light of what you've just witnessed, strains the limits of your belief. The creatures in your home, she claims, are called ghouls, cruel beings who plague the crypts, caverns, and tunnels beneath the city of Arkham. These creatures feed on the corpses of humans, and they are served by a dark cult within Arkham whose members have inexplicably come to worship the ancient master of the ghouls. This cult has been killing innocent people and feeding them to the ghouls, satiating a monstrous hunger. A dark balance was maintained. Until now. Recently, Lita continues, one of their lairs, where the corpses were stored, was destroyed. Since then, the ghouls have been more active than usual. I have tracked their movements and tried my best to stop them from running amok throughout the city, but I think there is something worse going on. The cult has been planning something darker and more ominous than anything I have yet observed. Indications are that this plan shall come to fruition tonight, shortly after midnight. Beyond that, I cannot fathom what to expect. Many of the cultists, Lita continues, will seem like everyday people, despite their foul intentions. Whenever the cult meets, its members don masks shaped like the skulls of various animals to protect their identities from one another. These masks are our mark, symbols of death and decay. We must unmask the cultists to expose and derail their plans. We have but a few hours. The more cultists we find before midnight, the better. Alright, so all this stuff gets set up. We're only playing, there's only one player in the game, so no acolytes get automatically spawned, which is good. We will need as much help as we can get. So our house was burned to the ground, so we're going to remove our house from the game, which is here. That's gone. And yeah, the ghoul priest could still be alive if basically you took too long to kill him and the agenda deck from the first scenario ticked by. Then the scenario would have ended with him still alive, but he's definitely dead. All right. So here is our map. We're actually we're going to be taking away one of these south side and one of the downtown locations. So it's laid out like this, again, just for your own convenience, just for your own understanding. These locations could all just be in a line, you know, just shuffled randomly. And it still wouldn't affect the actual gameplay. It would just be annoying to figure out and remember which locations link to which locations. So this, especially with these little tokens here with arrows, they tell you, okay, this location is connected to this one is connected to this one, and this one's connected to this, and this, so on and so forth. So that's pretty handy. You can get these in real life, obviously. When I played, you know, I would set it up like this, and it would be a little trickier, but still not too bad. All right, agenda deck. Predator or prey? Lita seems convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes that a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you too are being hunted. Alright, so at any point in time, as an action, we can resign. We can finish the scenario, just end it immediately. And this will... I mean, for this scenario, it's almost expected that you do. That you resign at some point. Once you feel like, okay, I'm not... if I go anymore, I'm probably gonna die. But, you know, you don't have to. You could be a real badass, or you could just try and risk it and see how far you can get. This music doesn't seem very... This is dark underwater ambient. We don't need that. Here, 1870s Victorian London thunderstorm. How about that? Perfect. All right. So that's the agenda. Act Deck, uncovering the conspiracy. You have one night to find the members of this cult and unveil their plan. The more members of the cult you can find and interrogate before midnight, the better. So, by spending 2 clues as an action, we get to draw the top card of the cultist deck. And we need to find as many unique cultist enemies as we can and add them to the victory display. Now that kind of sounds like a polite way of meaning that you kill them. And that is a part of it. You could kill them, but there's other ways for you to add them to the victory display. And you can see there's only 5 here in this deck. The 6th one is hidden, unknown at this point. So, alright, basically, get clues, reveal cultists, deal with cultists. Simple as that. As fast as possible. Let's draw our 5 starting cards. Alright, here we go. So we actually got 2 weaknesses. This is actually kind of alright. So, if you draw any weaknesses in your opening hand, you automatically dump them, discard them, well, set them aside, redraw. I think you shuffle these back in. And now I can do my mulligan. And then if I were to draw mulligan into a weakness card, we would dump it and redraw. Alright, so we got our upgraded Beat Cop in our opening hand. That's pretty good. So we're not going to need the regular Beat Cop. First aid. This is a 3-time use that can heal a damage or horror, so that's going to be handy. I'd like to keep perception for investigating purposes. It's just kind of a matter of, do I want dodge or not? No, let's try for a weapon. So let's redraw 2. Alright, we got the machete. That's something. Okay, good. We got our 5 resources. We are ready to go. We start... where do we start? Tell me where I start. Tell me where I start. Blah, 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 blah. It didn't say. Oh, Rivertown, okay. Yes. Yeah, right in the middle. Right. Right. There you go. And on Rivertown, we have 1 clue. It has a Shroud of 1. It's pretty easy. Okay. Let us begin. So, playing the Beat Cop. That ambience, it's so good. Let's start with just the machete. Let's throw the machete out there. That'll cost us 3. Then I'm going to investigate. So this is a 3 against a 1 shroud. Right. -1, that's a success. So that gives us a clue. And then we're going to move to the university. Miskatonic University. Alrighty. We got 2 clues here, but it's a shroud of 4, so it's a little bit trickier, obviously. All right, that's the end of our turn. No enemies, so we get a resource and we get a card. Oh, there you go. We got our weakness. Cover up. Revelation. Put cover up into play in your threat area with 3 clues on it. Oh, wow. Scripting. It's pretty impressive. I did not expect that. When you would discover 1 or more clues at your location, discard that many clues from cover up instead. And when the game ends, if there's any clues on cover up, you get a mental trauma. That's pretty bad. That is pretty darn bad. This is Roland's unique weakness card. Every character has a unique weakness and a unique sort of beneficial card. So yeah, that's pretty shitty. Now, that means that even if we pass the 4 here with an investigate, we don't even get these clues. So really what you want to do is go to a real low shroud number and dump it off there. But, okay, that's a bummer. Mythos phase, we get an agenda, and we get an encounter card. Got a locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues. That location cannot be investigated until you spend an action to either break down the door or pick the locks. I think the game is telling us not to investigate the fucking university. Alright. That's fine. Back to our turn. I could go back to Rivertown and just do the cover up there, but let's try to find a better location. Let's go to St. Mary's Hospital. Alright, 1 clue here. Shroud of 2. Miskatonic also had an action available on it. You search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell, adding it to your hand, but that doesn't benefit Roland. St. Mary's has an action to heal 3 damage once per game. That's fine. Okay, so that was 1 action. Then we're going to do a second action to investigate 3 versus 2. Alright, we succeeded. So that is, we just dump 1 of these clues. So that's gone. And we'll do it again, 3 versus 2. That's another success, so that's gone. And that's the end of our turn. I think if I... Yeah, when I click it again, it goes back to the bag on it. I don't have to move it back. That's what I thought. Okay. That was a interesting turn. We get another resource. We get a card. Dynamite Blast. This costs 5. And it does 3 damage automatically to every enemy, either at our location or a connected location. Pretty potent stuff. Okay, another agenda point. And another encounter card. Another locked door. Jesus. Okay. Fun. We're not going to get all 6 cultists. I mean, that's just not going to happen. If we hadn't drawn cover up, probably we would have had a better chance. All right, let's move to South Side. Same thing, Shroud of 2, 1 clue. You can search your deck for an ally asset and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Actually, it's not a bad action. It's not a bad action because I could get Lita right away. It's pretty solid. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get Lita. Where is she? 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 Here she is. Just add it to our hand, shuffle your deck, and then I'll spend a 3rd action to play her. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, that was my turn again. Another agenda. Another encounter card. Mysterious Chanting. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. If there are no cultist enemies, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. And that is what we'll be doing. So the first cultist is this one. Wizard of the Order spawns at any empty location we want. He has Retaliate, so if you miss, he does a damage to you. But at the end of every Mythos phase, he will get a Doom on him. Doom on enemies works the same way as Doom on the agenda card. It all adds up towards the 6. But on an enemy, you can kill them in order to remove it. So, and this guy will continue to build it. That was our encounter card. So we do put one on him right away. So then it's back to our turn. We're going to oh god. Well, god, it sucks. Because basically if I don't kill him this turn, the agenda is going to tick forward. Because it'll get one automatically, another one from this guy, and that's 6. So I have to get over there and kill him, and that's 2 actions. So, alright. I move, which engages him with me. Okay. And then we're going to attack him. So, with Lita, she gives us +1. The machete gives us +1. So that's 6. If the enemy is the only one engaged with me, it deals +1 damage. And her benefit does not actually work against cultists because that's only monsters. Cultists are unfortunately not monsters. But still, 2 damage is enough to kill this guy. He's got 2 health. And this is a 6 against 4. Odds are pretty solid. There you have it. So he is dead. The doom goes away. And I'll spend my third action to investigate against this one shroud. Oh, I have to look that one up. -3, and if you fail, place one of your clues on your location. Oh boy. Yeah, I definitely failed. So this clue gets... I mean, at least it's this location and not some other shit. But yeah, this is not going perfectly well. So, yeah. Another resource, another card. We got guard dog. When an enemy attack deals damage to the guard dog, deal 1 damage back. So if you put damage on the guard dog from an enemy attack, that triggers. But it takes up an ally slot, and we already have Lita there, who's a lot better. So we're fine. Okay, that's all that. Another doom, so up to 4 now. Another encounter card. On Wings of Darkness, Revelation test Dexterity 4. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. Then disengage from each non-Night Gaunt enemy engaged with you and move to a central location. Alright, well... we are in a central location, so we're fine. But the 1 damage and 1 horror wouldn't be great, although I don't have a whole lot to help us past that. The only thing that would bolster it would be dumping the beat cop. So let's just accept our fate. Yep, wouldn't have mattered, so good thing I didn't do that. So this one doesn't matter how much you fail by, it's just success or fail. So we take 1 damage, 1 horror. Let's put the 1 horror onto Lita. She can take it. She's got a strong mind. Alright, so that's done. Back to our turn. We're going to investigate again. 3 versus 1. That's... minus equals to the highest number of doom on a cultist enemy in play. So that's a -0, which means we get to dump the last clue from cover up. Then... oh, wait a minute. I killed an enemy here. Um, mm, mm, mm. Actually, kind of interesting. I don't think I could have done the cover-up at an empty location with no clues on it. But I don't think I did, actually, so I think we're okay. But alright, so that was one action. Second action is going to be to pick up this clue now. Okay, that is equal to -2, placing 1 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. There are no cultist enemies, and -2 is still a success, so give me that clue back. And then I'll move back to, south side. Oh boy, it's not going too well. Another resource, another card. We got working a hunch. This one's not too bad. Just by spending 2 resources, not even as an action, you can just discover a clue at your location. So that shit's really good when you have like a 4 shroud or something. Or it even bypasses the investigation because you're not doing an investigation, you're just taking a clue. Alright. Doom is up to 5. Another encounter card. We have an Acolyte. So this guy comes into play on any empty location. Empty just means no other individuals there. So no other enemies or players. And once he enters play, you place a doom on him. So that's fine. It actually does not even matter. No, it actually doesn't matter. Yeah, it literally doesn't matter. Because he doesn't continue to generate doom. He just gets that 1. It does matter for the sake of, like, those cards that are like, oh, nearest cultist enemy or whatever. So we still want to kill him, but no matter what, the agenda deck is ticking forward next round. Alright, back to our turn. Let's investigate. This is a 3 versus a 2. Yeah. Alright, we got the Elder Sign, so that's a +1. We succeed. Still not gonna spend it yet. Maybe I should. I don't know. I can either go and kill this guy or spend the 2 clues as an action. Alright, I guess I'll spend the 2 clues as an action. So we're gonna reveal the top card of the cultist deck. It's Herman Collins! The Undertaker! He spawns in the graveyard. So now here's your options. You can just go up to him and kill him. We could murder this man. Or if we're next to him, if we're on top of this spot, the graveyard, we can, as an action, discard 4 cards from our hand. And this will just add him to the victory display as well. So you have a couple options there for Herman. Alright, but that was the second action. Yeah, it's not a great choice, but I'm gonna move here, which will engage this cultist with me, meaning that he's gonna do a damage to me. But I didn't want to just wait a turn. Okay, that's that. We gain another resource, gain another card. We're up to 8 now, so we can't get any more. Got the magnifying glass, that's good. Doom goes up, so now this goes back to 0, and this Doom goes away. But this gets flipped. And what do you know? It's another cultist, the Masked Hunter. So here's the mysterious 6th cultist. He will hunt you down. He gets +2 health per investigator, so this guy has 6 health. And he doesn't have retaliate, so that's good. But if he hits you, he does 2 physical damage, 1 horror damage. And while you're engaged with him, you can't discover or spend clues. So he's gonna just spawn engaged with us right away. Which is a bummer because, well, it is what it is. Alright, so that was that. And now we have time is running short. The minutes pass quickly as your investigation continues. So now we have up till 8 Doom. But this is the last card. So when that ticks over, we're done. We're definitely not getting all 6. I'll be happy if I get 2. 3 would be stupendous. Alright. Our turn. We definitely want to kill this masked hunter. He's got 6 health. We deal 2 damage per hit, so we can spend our whole turn walloping him. Oh, I was supposed to take a damage for old Acolyte here. Alright, so we don't have much options available to us here. We're really just punching him, or cutting him with our machete. So this is going to be a 6 versus a 4 for 2 damage each time. So let's just get it done. That's the highest number of Doom on a cultist, so that's 0. So that's good. That's 2 damage. I won't even track it just yet. 2 damage. That one is -2, placing a Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Well, I get to pick which cultist enemy that is, so let's go with this guy. That's another success, so that's 4 damage. And finally, we have that same shit, which is now a -1. But he's still very much dead. You are dead. You're dead. Yeah, and he's dead. So that goes in the victory display right there. Very proudly display that. He didn't know who the fuck he was messing with. That's for 2 XP. Okay, that's our turn though. Very exciting. The Acolyte is gonna punch us. So we can just put that on Lita. Doesn't really matter. And... oh wait, this guy doesn't hunt. No, this guy just stays right there. Alright. We get another resource and another card, which means we're gonna have to discard here. Let's dump the guard dog. Sorry, doggy. Alright, another Doom there. And an encounter card. Hunting Shadow. Peril. You must either choose one, spend 1 clue, or take 2 damage. Well, I think I'll be taking 2 damage. Alright, simple as that. Okay, let's start with killing this Acolyte. So this is a 6 versus a 3. Pretty sure that's still a success. Yep, -3 is still a success, so he's dead. Then we're gonna move to the old graveyard. After you enter the graveyard, test willpower 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror or move to Rivertown. Ooh, the graveyard. Willpower 3, huh? Alright, let's dump guts. So that's a 5 now against 3. Auto fail, so I either have to take 2 horror or move back to Rivertown. I'm not fucking moving back to Rivertown, so let's bump Lita up 1, Roland by 1, and that'll be that. So that's second action. Third action, I could kill this guy pretty easily, but in the interest of conserving actions, let's do the parlay. So we're gonna dump 4 cards and add them to the display. Let's dump Beat Cop. Let's dump Evidence. Let's dump I don't know. Let's dump Working a Hunch and Perception, I guess. All right, that's that. So he gets added as well. That's 2. 2 out of 6. Alrighty, that's our turn. So we get another resource, another card, dodge, decent. And this goes up to 2. We get another encounter card. We got mysterious chanting, so we're going to be searching for a cultist, because there's none on the board. Search, 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 acolyte. Alright, so he comes into play. And he gets a doom added on him. I wish it wouldn't snap like that. Okay, that's fine. We'll get him, don't worry. But our turn, we're gonna move here, which means we're engaged with the acolyte. We're gonna butcher him like a pig. He is butchered. And then we're gonna move up to... Actually, what am I doing? I need clues. I shouldn't have left the fucking graveyard. The graveyard was perfect. Fuck me, that was stupid. Alright, well, now I can't go back on it. I mean, if it wasn't for that force thing, I would, but being forced to take another 2 horror is a little rough at this point. So let's go to East Town. Alright, not nearly as lucrative. That's our turn. Another resource, another card. Great. Another Doom. Come on. Doom. And another encounter card. Obscuring Fog. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. Great. So that's a 4 now. Alright, we're definitely throwing out the magnifying glass. So that's all good. That bumps us up to a 4. Can't really do anything else. I could draw a card and hope that that helps, but... Meh. Meh. Let's investigate. 4 against 4. -4. Alright, that's a fail. Do it again. -2. Also a fail. Wow, we're really good at this. No, I don't need an emergency cache. It's not the kind of emergency I'm in. Alright, false lead. If you have no clues, false lead gains surge. So basically that means you redraw. Haunting Night Gaunt. Alright, it's a Night Gaunt. It's a monster with 4 health. It hunts you down. And it immediately engages with us. It's hard to evade. But other than that, we should be able to slaughter this. The problem is it takes actions to do so. And I don't really have actions to spare. But, you know, that's the work that we gotta do. So let's get to it. I gotta hit him twice. This is a 6 against 3. -3, that's 1 hit. And -1, that's a 2nd hit, so he's dead. I'm running out of time. Alright, 4 against 4 again. Oh, that might actually do it. Yep, there's no dooms, so that is a -0. And that is a success. Good. That's the end of the turn. Another resource, another card, another emergency cache, another doom, another encounter card. Wings of Darkness. Dexterity 4. I could dump dodge to get up to 3, but I still think I'm gonna fail. Alright. Fuck it. Yeah, I was gonna fail no matter what. Alright, so 1 damage, 1 horror, and I move to a central location. which is just Rivertown. Problem is that I was hoping to go downtown, and now obviously it's a little far away. Little far away. Okay, well, shit. Alright, then back to Easttown, then to downtown. Shroud of 3 with 1 clue. Not ideal. Third action will be to investigate 4 against 3. Aha, success. Okay, another resource, another card. Unexpected courage is good. But yeah, I have way too many resources. That's not a good sign. Something is wrong then. Doom goes up by 1. And encounter card. Hunting Shadow. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. Guess I'm taking that damage. Thank you. Alright. Let's spend those 2 clues right away. Let's see what we got. We got Victoria Devereaux. She spawns north side. Very close to us here. And you can spend 5 resources and an action to add her to the victory display. Perfect. I love it. Alright, second action then. We're going to move north side. Oh, you can spend 5 resources here to gain 2 clues. Wow. Alright, third action is going to be spending 5 resources to parlay with her. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Good. Then I get a resource. I get a card. The Enchanted Blade. Oh, the Enchanted Blade. I realize now, maybe you realized it, or maybe you didn't pay close enough attention, just like I didn't. But I realized that I fucked up when I was fighting the Masked Hunter. Because the machete only gives the +1 damage if you're attacking 1 enemy. I had 2 enemies on me at the time, so this whole thing is cursed. It's all an asterisked victory. So that's nice. Alright, so that's good. Makes me feel good that I remembered that. This goes up to 7. We get another encounter card. The Hunting Nightgaunt. Great. Yeah, great. So, I definitely cannot get any more because 1 more Doom and this ticks over and we're done. So it doesn't really matter. I can just resign. I mean, I could fight this thing and chances are I would kill it, but it doesn't matter. So we'll just resign and accept our 3 and be happy. No. So we don't get that. We get... here, Resolution 1. You managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. You can only hope it's enough. In your campaign log, under cultists we interrogated, record the name of each unique cultist enemy in the victory display. And... okay. So, the ones that got away were Peter Warren, the Professor, Wolfman Drew, the Cannibal, and Ruth Turner, the Mortician. So, for ones that got away, we got Peter Warren, we got Wolfman Drew, and Ruth Turner. But, for the ones that we caught, we've got the Masked Hunter, Herman Collins, and Victoria Devereaux. Done and done. And then we get XP equal to the cards in the victory display. I don't think we got any location ones. No, no, we got screwed on that. So we really just get 4 XP. And that is that. Yep. Yep. So that'll move on straight to the third scenario, the Devourer Below. Very exciting stuff. It is advantageous to get all 6 cultists, but as you can see, that's a daunting task. That's why I was very impressed by the person that made the deck I'm using. That they got all 6 solo. It's pretty good. All right. So I got 4 XP. What else did they recommend? Police badge. Police badge. There it is. It's 2 XP. It's a neck asset. +1 willpower. While an investigator to your location has taken his or her turn, discard the police badge. They get an additional 2 actions. So we could discard that ourselves to give ourselves 2 additional actions. So that's really good. I do like that card quite a bit. Let's go with that. Especially because as a neck slot, you're not going to have too many of those. Let's get rid of emergency cash. Maybe it was just me having too much money that time, but yeah, that was a little rough. So that costs 2 XP. What else do we got? What else in the 2 XP category here? Ooh. Play when you are dealt damage and or horror. Cancel up to 2 damage and or horror, then gain that many resources. I like this. I don't know if it's really worth it, but it seems useful for Roland with his fucking 5 sanity. I have to dump something else. Oh boy. Probably some skill again. I mean, maybe another overpower, I guess, could be useful to dump. Or that other beat cop. We've got leader. We've got Lita for this one, so let's dump this other beat cop. Alright, let's get rid of that. Alright, that works. Bup, bup, bup. Up. There you have it. And this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And we are ready. And get rid of all this shit. I don't think we need to, you don't really need to keep anything. Regenerates all that stuff each time, so we're good. Alright, that is set then for the next scenario. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. It's a very simple little campaign here. 3 different scenarios. You know, it's not... This is not a big boy campaign. But it's a great introduction. So, we'll get to the Devourer Below next time. And things are gonna get nuts. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Arkham Horror, the card game. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.